Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Bond. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, July 8th. No, it's not. It's Wednesday, July 11th, 2018. The first and last time it'll ever be July 11th, 2018. And I am excited to be here. I hope that you guys are excited to be here. We have been talking all week this week. We've been doing a how-to series, how to elevate your life. We've given ourselves each day 3 practical application things that we can do, right? 3 practical application things that we can do each day, right? That we can apply right now, that by applying these 3 practical things, we're able to elevate our lives. And it's been a really fun series. I've really enjoyed it. I've been learning a lot from it myself. I hope you guys have been learning from it as well. I mean, Monday, we talked about you have to stop complaining, right? Just completely stop complaining, which is hard to do. But we had to focus on that. We got to work on that. We also talked about we had to complete our cycles, right? Talked about that on Monday, completing cycles. And we also on Monday talked about finding your pain and wallowing in it. Now, completing the cycles, man, sometimes that one is really the one that you got to focus on that kind of helps everything else. Helps out all the rest, right? I'm going to go into that a little bit more. So Tuesday, we talked about you need to make a decision. Just make your decisions and stick to it. We talked about looking up and not back. And we talked about being a light. Those were our 3 practical application things that we could do today on Tuesday. So today we're going to have 3 more, right? It's Wednesday. We're going to have 3 more things, practical application, that you can apply today that will elevate your life. So make sure you're taking good notes. But first, you guys know what we got to do, right? You know what we've got to do. We got to get things going. We got to get the energy flowing. We got to get things flowing. We got to start dancing. Is that too loud? I hope that's not too loud. Seems kind of loud in the headphones. You know what? Maybe we need a little louder today. You know what I'm saying? We got to get things going. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Now's that part of the show where we need to go and hit that share button. Hit that share button and tell me good morning so that I know that you're here. Good morning, Christopher Campbell and Dwayne Arthur. What's up? What's up? Good morning, Vicki Everett. Good morning, Doris and Ray Hatcher. Good morning, Robbie Toomey. Scott Simons is up in here this morning. I love it. Good morning, Carrie Lynn Carter. What's up, Carrie? I love seeing you in here, Carrie. I really do. Good morning, Melvin Rodriguez, Tom Russell, Beth Workman, Jay Heiderman. I believe I saw Bambi pop up in here. Good morning, Josh Cummins, Charlie McHale. What's up, Susan Rose and Tyler Link? Everybody say good morning. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all feel that? Woo! Y'all feel that? Okay, I'm starting to feel it. I need that, see? I need that to help get woke up. Woo! All right, cool. We're going to play that. Woo! All right, cool. I'm ready. Make sure you hit the share button. All right, let's get people up in here so we can help them change the way they start their day. All right, check it out. Practical application things. 3 things each day you can apply immediately that will help elevate your life. Now, Monday we talked about completing cycles. And I have to be honest with you, yesterday I got a little bit overwhelmed because I had so many cycles that I just hadn't completed. I mean, obviously we've got the new dealership. We've got a new hire class that's on its way in. We've got the family you got to take care of. We've got the Rise and Grind event coming up August 12th. We've got a lot of things going on. And I just reached a point yesterday where I couldn't, there were so many cycles left open, so many things that I still had to do that it just kind of got overwhelming. kind of got overwhelming. And so one of the things I love about this show is usually the things that I talk to you guys about, the things that I share with you guys that I help to try to help you grow. They're things that I have to apply in my life individually, things that are happening to me that I have to apply. So I appreciate you guys joining me on this show because it helps me to understand. So today, rather than getting overwhelmed and letting things consume me like they kind of did yesterday, today I've got a better plan. Today I have a plan where I'm going to knock some things off of this list. Today I'm going to make sure to complete cycles one at a time. Just complete a cycle. I'm going to have to, Josh, I know you're on here, but you're not going to be able to find me at points in today because I'm going to be hiding in certain corners, making sure that cycles get complete. It's so incredibly important. What's cool, though, is luckily yesterday when I was in these moments where I was kind of overwhelmed, I kind of had too much going on. I had all these cycles that were out there. Yesterday, I was able to lean on my mom. She was able to make me feel better. I'm so glad we moved her here to Kentucky. It's been such a blessing. I was able to lean on Josh Cummins. He completely understood. I mean, if I think I have a lot of stuff on my plate, imagine being that guy. He completely understood, which was helpful. And I was able to lean on my wife. My wife always makes me feel whole. She completes me, right? And so I was able to lean on her, and I was able to kind of get through yesterday. I was able to get some rest. And lastly, I just prayed. I looked up. And I just prayed, you know. I just prayed that God would just help release me. And he did. He freed me. I feel great today. I'm ready to hashtag rise and grind. And I'm going to tell you 3 things that you can do today to elevate your life. You ready? 3 things today. First, numero uno. If you're taking notes, remember, number 1, stop taking everything so dang seriously. Listen, guys, we got to stop taking everything so seriously. And here's what I mean by that. There are very serious aspects to our life, very serious aspects to our careers. And look, you are incredibly important. You are an incredibly important person on this planet. You truly are. You are a special and unique person on this planet. But guess what? So am I. We all are. And listen, we all have problems. Every single one of us, we all have problems in our life. We all have career stuff. We all have relationship stuff. We all have financial stuff. Like, we all have problems. All of us. All of us. And we all need to attack each day. Don't get me wrong. We all need to rise and grind like we do in this group. But at the end of the day, none of it's worth it if you're not laughing a little bit. None of it's worth it if you're not smiling a little bit. None of it's worth it if you're not having fun. You see, having fun is part of being healthy. And I think sometimes we get our nose so far down and we take ourselves so seriously and we take our careers so seriously and we think our problems that no one else has, and we think our problems are so big that they can't be overcome. And we reach these points in our life where we become these stuck in the mud fuddy-duddies where all it is work and grind and work and grind. And that's not what it's about, guys and gals. We have to laugh a little. You got to have fun. We got to smile. We got to quit taking ourselves and our lives so seriously. These problems are not earth-shattering. They're not life-changing. It's not the end of the world. They're just problems. They're things that we're going to get through. They're things that every single day people get through. So we got to stop taking ourselves so seriously. And I know sometimes it's very, 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 very hard to do. It really is. So we have to take a look at each situation. We have to take a look anytime we're feeling down, we're feeling negative, anytime that we're not feeling like we are becoming that light that we talked about yesterday. Our light's not shining. We got to take a look around and go, wait a minute, am I laughing? Am I having fun? Am I smiling? Or am I taking things too seriously? So number 1 today, stop taking everything so seriously. Glenn Lundy. You hear myself talking to myself? That's how I roll, man. That's all right, though. Number two, I want you to celebrate your victories. Celebrate your victories. Here's what I mean by that. You can elevate your life. If you want to elevate your game, your life, and career, one thing that you can do today, if you start today, if you celebrate your victories and the victories of those around you, if you become the high five guy, if you hug people, cheer them on, encourage them, when you begin to invest your time and energy into those around you, to lift them up and to encourage them and to root for their success, when you become that guy, you are the one who wins. You're the one who wins. It comes back around. I'm telling you, I experience it every single day. The high five guy, the fist bump guy, the lift up guy, the encourager guy, that guy is a light. He's a light. That girl is a light. And people want to be around them. And people then want you to win. You're cheering them on. They start cheering you on. Yesterday, when I kind of had my little moment where I was feeling a little overwhelmed, I posted into the Rise and Grind group. And everybody, so many people came in with such encouraging words, lifting me up and cheering me on. They all said the same thing. Glenn, you've been pouring into us. Glenn, you've been helping us. You've been lifting us up. You've been rooting for us. You've been cheering for us. And so now here I am bringing it back to you. And it's powerful. My good friend Zig Ziglar said, if you want to get the things that you want to, the easiest way to get the things that you want in life is to help other people achieve the things they want to achieve in life. And there is so much truth to that statement. So much truth. So let's recap real quick. Monday, we stop complaining, complete cycles, find your pain and wallow in it. Tuesday, make a decision. Look up and not back. Be a light. And then today, we're going to stop taking everything so seriously. And we're going to make sure we're celebrating our victories and the victories of others. That's where we're at. We got one more thing today that you can do today, immediately, that if you start to apply this, it will help elevate your life. Before we get into it, though, I want to welcome everybody that came to the group late. Before we get into it, though, I want to remind you guys that we've got an event coming up August 12th, the hashtag Rise and Grind event that is going to be over the top incredible. Dancing, music, musicians, speakers, Roddy Chong, look him up. He's over the top. Danelle Delgado, over the top. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be a powerful event, motivating, inspiring, and educational. And I need you guys to get there. So go to GlennLundy.com if you haven't got your tickets yet. All right, cool. Shout out. Make sure you hit that share button. Last but not least, on this Wednesday, July 11th, 2018. Hold on. For some reason, I just felt like those that just came in here, the latecomers, felt like they needed a little music. They needed a little break right here, right? They just needed a little break, a little energy. Pump it up in here. What's my feeling enough energy? On this Wednesday morning, let's go! That's what I'm talking about. You guys feeling that? You guys dancing? Anybody dancing at the house? Anybody dancing at the gym? Are you dancing at the gym? You know what I'm saying? Raise it up. Stay dancing. Ooh, all right, I love my music. All right, cool. Sorry about that. I had to throw that in there. Number 3, last but not least, third thing you can do today to elevate your life is you need to prune your circle. Now, I've got roses out there in the yard, right? And the roses, they start to grow and they start to blossom and they become beautiful. But you have to prune the kind of the shards, right? You have to prune the kind of weeds around it, kind of the leaves around it that are trying to stifle and keep these roses from growing and becoming the beautiful things that they are. Well, see, we're not a lot different than roses. We're not a lot different than roses, and so we have to prune our circle of friends and family. And sometimes this is hard. Like, you know that really fun drunk guy? Right? The fun drunk guy that everybody loves, but every night he just likes to go out and get drunk and party. You know, that guy, and he's really fun to be around. I really enjoy being around him. But at some point, I got to let fun drunk guy go. Or fun drunk girl, I got to let them go because they kind of really don't have any direction in life. They're not really moving anywhere, and they're kind of ruining my mornings every time I hang out with them. You know what I mean? And so sometimes we got to cut that person. Doesn't mean we don't love that person, but we got to prune our circle, make sure we're in a position where we can blossom. That negative Nicholas in your life. I say negative Nicholas because they always say negative Nancy, but why is it always got to be a Nancy? Why can't it be a negative Nicholas, right? So that negative Nicholas that's in your life, that person that every time you talk to them, you're like, hey, how you doing today? And they're like, oh, well, you know, I had this one thing happen, and dude, it could have been a better day, right? You know, negative Nicholas has got to go today. He's got to go today. Doesn't mean we don't love negative Nicholas. Doesn't mean we can't give him a hug and encourage him, try to lift him up every once in a while. But we've got to literally shift and move ourselves away from negative Nicholas today. Those ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, you know, the ones that we had a terrible relationship and that's why we broke up to begin with, but yet we still pop back in every once in a while and we kind of talk to them and then we, you know, we kind of like each other, but then we don't, and then we fight, and then it just becomes a mess again every single time, and that's why it's our ex. We got to let that person go. We got to let that person go. You see, you have to deliberately watch the people around you. You have to deliberately watch and physically move yourself away. Watch. If you do that today, I want you to do that today. Anytime you're in a situation where you've got a negative Nicholas or your fun drunk guys inviting you out or an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend is reaching out to you or any of those situations, anytime you're in a situation today where you can just feel that this person does not make your life better, I want you to deliberately and physically shift. Move away. Move away from that person and see how it makes you feel. See how it makes you feel. You see, I'm lucky. I'm surrounded by amazing, beautiful people. I have been pruning my group of friends and my family members for a long time. And you really can start to blossom and start to shine when you do that. Here, let's watch a video from Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar breaks this down even better than I ever could.
What about this man that made him so completely important in his life? And he said, well, he's the most successful man I have ever known. And I said, well, Steve, what do you call success? Now, it took several minutes for him to go down the list. But the interesting thing is, though they're not in the same order that I have put them, or we list them now, these are the 8 things that he said he really considered to be successful. If a man was happy and healthy and at least reasonably prosperous and secure, if he had friends and peace of mind and good family relationship and the hope that the future is going to be better, he said, I'd consider that man as successful. Now I'm going to really encourage you to take some notes right here. And all I want you to do, and you'll be the only one that'll see it, somewhere right in as I go down the list, write whether you get a plus on that one or a minus on that one. You'll be the only one to see it, but it might be an eye-opener. You see, most people never dare to evaluate really where they are. And you got to know where you are before you can really determine your chances of getting what you really want out of life. And so I said to Steve, I said, I understand that your boss is very important to you. You consider him to be successful. When he finally got through with the identification, as I said earlier, these were the 8 things that he said, I think that's important for success, to measure success. I said, well, Steve, let me ask you now, as far as happy is concerned, tell me, how happy is your boss? He said, oh, I don't think he's happy at all. I said, why not? He said, well, I've never heard him laugh, and he seldom smiles, and besides that, he's got ulcers. I said, well, do I give him a plus or a minus? He said, oh, you give him a minus. Please grade yourself as we go. This is so important for you. Then I said, that also tells me something about his health if he's got those ulcers. Do I give him a plus or a minus? He said, you give him a minus. I said, that also says something, Steve, about his peace of mind, because you don't get ulcers because of what you eat, but what's eating you. I said, do we give him a plus or a minus? He said, we give him a minus. I said, Steve, I've asked you one question about what success is, what balance is, what's important to you. One question, and your boss comes up with 3 minuses. I said, tell me how prosperous he is. He said, man, he's got money running out of his ears and he's getting more every day. I said, we give him a plus on that one, don't we? He said, we sure do. I said, how secure is your boss? He said, well, he's as secure as money can make you. And I said, well, Steve, let me ask you, did you read where 2 billionaire brothers here in Dallas went bankrupt? I said, how does your boss compare? Oh, man, he doesn't have that kind of money. Did you read where our ex-governor was worth $100 million at one point? He's now bankrupt. How does your boss compare? Oh, he doesn't have that kind of money. Now, understand, Steve equated security with corporate position and bucks in the bank. So I said, well, Steve, let me ask you, would we give your boss a plus or a minus or just a question mark on that? He said, let's be generous and give him a question mark. I said, how many friends does your boss have? I hope you're marking these for you. How many friends, real friends, does your boss have? He said, I don't think he's got any. I'm not his friend. I just happen to admire the guy. To tell you the truth, he's somewhat of a jerk. And I said, okay, we give him a minus on that one. I said, tell me about his family. And he said, well, his wife's divorcing him. Well, that one's easy to answer. I said, how much hope does he have for the future? He said, well, before I started talking to you, I thought he had a lot. But right now, I don't think he's got any. Why did that statement come forth? Because for the first time, he had evaluated it. That's what we need to do. Evaluate where we are. Are we investing our time properly, using our resources properly? What will the end results be? Well, then I said to Steve, when that was over, we give him the minus there. I said, Steve, of the 8 things that you consider marks of success, he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minuses. He gets 1 plus and 1 question mark. I asked Steve a question. I'm going to ask you the same question. Steve, would you swap places with your boss right now, knowing what you know? He looked at me kind of stunned. He slowly rose to his feet and said, no, I wouldn't. Would you?
That's what I'm talking about right there. Self-evaluation, and we also need to make that same evaluation with our circle of friends. Are there people that you're spending time with, people that you idolize, people that you look up to, whereas if you truly were to evaluate, if you were to dig in and evaluate them, write it down, and see how much value they add into your life. Is it somebody that you would want to switch places with or somebody not? See, you have to understand, it's really important that you understand that you are a child of God, right? This child of God, uniquely made in his image to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. See, you're amazing. You're truly amazing. You're part of this elite group of people right here that is choosing every day. We're choosing to hashtag, I love throwing that in there, but we're choosing to rise and grind. You're making all these powerful posts, all these motivational quotes, you're posting all these videos, and they're truly making an impact on people's lives, on your friends, on your family members, on my life. You're making an impact on everyone. And I, for one, I absolutely love you for it. I truly do. I absolutely love you. If no one's told you yet that today, I want to be the first. But see, you have to prune. You have to prune the people around you. You have to take a good, solid look. You have to evaluate the people around you and make sure that they are not covering you up, that they are not keeping you from being able to blossom and become this best version of you that you're supposed to possibly be. You understand? So, recap real quick, then we'll get out of here. Number 1 for today. This is number 1 for today. If you didn't watch the other 2 videos, go back. You can go to glennlundy.com. I've got over 100 videos up there. I've got videos from earlier in the week. So if you didn't get to catch those already, all right, because we've been doing 3 practical things a day that you can apply to elevate your life. Number 1, stop taking everything so seriously, dude. Seriously, stop taking it so seriously. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. You're going to be okay. You're going to get through it. Think about it like this. Your entire life up to this point, everything you've ever gone through, you made it. Everything you've ever gone through, you are 100% successful at getting through everything that's ever happened in your entire life. So I promise you, you're going to continue to get through all the things that you got going on right now. So don't take them so seriously, number one. Number two, make sure you're celebrating your victories. Your victories and the victories of those around you, man. Make sure you're that fist pump guy. Make sure you're the high five guy. Encourage, lift, be that guy, and watch the way your life transforms. And lastly, make sure you prune and pay very special attention to your circle. Don't let anybody in there. Don't let those negative Nicholases hang out. Get rid of fun drunk guy. Get rid of those ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends. Get rid of all that. All right? And you guys have an amazing day today. If you need more videos, go to GlennLundy.com. If you need Rise and Grind gear, go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't got your tickets yet for the event, go to GlennLundy.com. And tomorrow, come back and join me 5:30 a.m. as we hashtag Rise and Grind.
Seven powerful speakers. Sounds and lighting like you've never seen before. Performances from some of the most amazing musicians in the country. It's Sunday, August 12th, and I hope you're ready to hashtag Rise and Grind. For one night only, the city of Paris will shut down the streets while people from all over the country gather for an evening of motivation, education, and inspiration. Music, speakers, entertainment. You won't want to miss this one-of-a-kind event. And the best part, all proceeds will go to the YMCA. Sponsored by Dan Cummins and Hunt Brothers Pizza, the hashtag Rise and Grind 2018 summer event will be a life-changing experience. Great for children and adults alike. Come join us in Paris, Kentucky as we hashtag Rise and Grind. Get your tickets now at GlennLundy.com. Wake up and see my mind. I rise and grind. Don't wanna waste my time. I rise.